tonight, from Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, it's Week 2 of the NFL preseason on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Tonight, it's a preseason matchup between the Carolina Panthers and the New England Patriots. It's a rematch of the 2004 Super Bowl. The Pats and Panthers are underway. Not much leg here. Fields this at the 24-yard line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense. They'll be led out by their quarterback back in the NFL for the first time since 2016. It's Colin Kaepernick.
A true dual threat at the quarterback position. And let's remember him back in the 2012 season. That game in the playoffs that he had against Green Bay. Ran for 181 yards and 2 scores. Threw for 2 touchdowns. That's the kind of potential he brings to the table every time he steps on the field.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
At the 50-yard line.
They'll run for the first time now with James White. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
And boy, that one drops incomplete. But if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. He sets to fire deep. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Looking into the lane, drops and he muffs it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. So here are the Panthers backed up to start their initial drive. And they'll be led out by a late signee this year, their 31-year-old quarterback. It's Cam Newton.
So this is what we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside. Everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was looking for Stephon Sullivan there, but it'll be 2nd down. CD, you take a look at this draft class from this offense, and they went defense with their first-round pick.
Yeah, and you and I both know there are a lot of good players on that list, but this was a defense that was in need of an infusion of youth and speed, and that's what they got.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. From the gun, here's Newton. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. On 1st down, it's Newton. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. They'll try the air now with Newton. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his first drive. Instead, 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. 11 yards there, 1st down.
1st down, Carolina.
Here's Newton. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there, a 22.
First down.
From the red zone now, Newton. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym, preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
The footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good.
Patriots, nothing. Joey Slye to kick off for Carolina.
Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown. Not much leg here. Fields this at the 24-yard line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
32-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Marquise Lee, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
Covered by Dante Jackson.
From the gun, it's Kaepernick. And that is incomplete. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now. It's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Patriots, nothing.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Steps away to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
He can run for it, and he will. And he is going to have a Panthers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
third leading rusher in the NFL last fall. Here's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. And Thomas seems to be in some pain. He's still on the ground. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Panthers on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Newton. And that is incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. This is White on the screen. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. That's complete into the hands of Myers. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. That's a corner that got in there for the sack. Dante Jackson. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. He'll find the tight end Sullivan complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Newton. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Throwing again is Newton. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
Because I think the team's going to look at my coach. Why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense.
Kaepernick hit. Fumble. He lost the football. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long.
Kaepernick going to throw. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Field goal. A 44-yard attempt.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
And he's only going to get this to the 4-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on 1st down. And he'll try and hurry the kick, gets it away, but it's not looking that great. So we've reached halftime here in a 4. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Patriots 3.
To see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2.
Taking it about the 1.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was trying to find Keith Kirkwood that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again. Newton forced out to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He's going to let it go again. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. To the air again, Newton. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Amara Darboh, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
To throw again. Newton being chased out left. He'll run it. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
On 1st down, Newton. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Amara Darboh, the one he was looking for. But it's going to be 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete. A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
He may try and run for this. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
They'll run for it with Davis. And his first carry, he loses the football. And he will at least be able to fall on it himself. But it was 4th down, and the possession changes. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46.
Now the Pats' leading rusher the past 2 seasons, it's Sony Michel.
And he'll get across midfield and indicate. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Pushing through the contact. He's going to take off with it. Able to find a lot of empty space there. Picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted.
Picked up by Troy Pride.
And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Buying time to his left. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. Now it's Newton here off the bootleg. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down. Newton now to throw. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Not only another first down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college. But I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, we'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, we know he has pretty good hands on display there. In fact, he only needed one of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-handed catches off the machine in practice. They do it with their quarterbacks. They do it contested, uncontested. They make it part of their repertoire.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Back to throw. Newton steps away to his left. He'll try and run it. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
They'll try and run for it with Davis.
And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 2nd and goal, Newton, and he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Deatrich Wise in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Back now in Foxborough. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Throwing is Newton. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And Carolina scores to cap it off.
Joey Slye to kick off for Carolina.
Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown. Very short kick taken right at the 20.
And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
And his throw here's incomplete.
He was looking for his tight end, Devin Asiasi there.
And that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again. Walker. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Walker on 3rd down. And he's got Moncrief.
And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12.
At the 32-yard line.
To throw is Walker. He'll find his tight end here, Asiasi.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
14 more yards. That's another Patriots 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down. Walker. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Rex Burkhead, the intended receiver there. And it's 2nd down.
He was covered by Trey Boston.
To throw again. Walker. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 44-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Now Walker on 1st and 10. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Zach Kerr, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Steps away. And he's going to keep it here. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down, makes him manageable now.
He's going to have the hook up to Izzo. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the 1st.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And even with the missed field goal that we just saw, they still have to try and erase a 2-score 4th-quarter deficit.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Davis. He'll try and run some clock, and he'll take this one up close to about the 45. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he gets this all the way down to the Patriots' 22. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Davis. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it again here with Davis. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. From 17 yards out, and the Panthers add on to their lead.
Now Joey Slye for the point after.
And while no one on the offensive line will get the 6 points next to their name, they should be credited with this one. Tremendous blocking to get the runner into the end zone.
So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it was all finished off by the 17-yard touchdown run.
Joey Slye to kick off for Carolina.
Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown. Very short kick taken right at the 20.
Oh, good-looking return set up here.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Pats at the line ready to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Damiere Byrd, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again, Walker. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
4th down.
They're running it. It's Michel. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers will get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Off play action. Newton forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep. This is caught inside the 15. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out to his left. And now he's going to use his left. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
And he is going to lose yardage here. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
Joey Slye to kick off for Carolina.
And this is secured by the Patriots. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
That catch good for only a couple. 2nd and 8 coming from the 19.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Walker. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Foxborough, good night, everybody.